the setting he has turned on to get extra points.
It's more fun?
I really don't know what's happening.
Yes, Chris said he knows. Never mind.
Good morning, gamers. It is week 2. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning, which means that I have an afternoon class today, and I spent my morning uploading clips from my camera and naming them, organizing them, so the next editing bout is gonna go a lot smoother than the first time around. I wanted to talk a little bit about the format of this channel so far. I obviously started with my 1 week video that was the intro to my first week back, and my original plan was to do a 1 month video following that because I didn't want to box myself into any structure quite yet. But I got some feedback from peers and they said that it might be awesome to try to do a 2 week consistent thing. So without anything to lose, I feel, I may as well try that to begin with, and if I can't continue that pace, I will transition to trying the month format or whichever format works. But the point of me doing this is to kind of find my footing, experiment. It is my journey and I want to keep it authentic, so that's the plan. I'm about to go to the gym to get a nice exercise in. I have my BSD coffee and I plan to have a nice workout, grab a little bite after, do a little more drawing and prepping, and then I'm going to head to the college. And I have a visual artistry class where we're going to continue to work on our VR experience photography assignments, where I'll continue my block out and my custom models I'm making for this experience. I will talk more about it on a different part of this video. And the rest of the day, I have to work more on sculpting. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna stop staring at this camera. Thank you so much for watching this far. Let's get the day.
All right, let's talk about how my classes are going. So currently I'm progressing with my VR experience for visual artistry class. Using Unreal Engine 5, I jump between desktop and VR to test the depth and perception in there, and then adjust accordingly. I'm currently working on an environment where you start inside a wrestling ring at an abandoned warehouse. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I began this assignment by researching and concepting, and then when I chose my final idea, I started modeling the wrestling ring to be appropriate scale. Then I blocked out the level, and now I'm focused on the design by set dressing, baking the lighting, and then testing, and then tweaking, and then testing, and so forth. In my game content creation class, we are going back to the fundamentals with our first assignment, which is sculpting a planar skull and then a planar face and bust. I started with sculpting a rough skull first and kind of built upon it to make flatter planes, and I'm still working on this project. Our class has been focused on anatomy the last couple weeks, which has been a really good refresher and a good reminder to tighten up the foundational skills. And for my second week 3D sketchbook, I sculpted this Azura Dragon / Onyx from Pokemon creature. I wanted to continue my quest on working the Blizzard Warcraft style and still having some of my own creative touch as well, so it was a fun one to play with. You can also see more of this guy on my Instagram, where I share my weekly 3D sketches.
Welcome back, gamers. 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 All right, so here's the plan for the rest of my evening in front of the computer. I'm gonna put on an audiobook. I got water. So approximately 1.5 litres. My bare minimum for this session of staying hydrated. And we're gonna do some work. I'm excited.
Alright, for Game Studio class, we are officially paired in groups of 3 to create our VR game prototype using restrictions, and I'm in a group with my friends Nikki and Sujal. Our game is currently dubbed the Parry Dojo, where you'll spawn in a training room that'll have projectiles flying at you from different angles, while you have to use different weapons to swing and parry the incoming projectiles. We have a lot of fun game design ideas for it, but I don't think it's safe for me to say them out loud yet until they're closer to implementation, because the likelihood of scaling down is, frankly, always a thing. So what I can say about it is that we have many good ideas. Our art direction is aimed to be cartoony with flat colors and toony shading, and honestly, I'm excited to see how it all comes together over the coming weeks. And I'm currently working on a large lich sword that will be one of the easier weapons to use in the game because it's very large, which will make the chance of parrying something a lot easier than a smaller weapon. I'm putting on a lot of extra detail work on this sword because it's something I was really excited to work on. I bookmarked this page I found in my Wrath of the Lich King art book, and it had this sweet concept for a cool sword that was never implemented in game, so I used it as inspiration and kind of added my own little touches to the model. And you can see me doing the retopology and UVs for it. Here's how the sword looks.
You know what time it is? It's gym time. So let's go, gamers.
In my animation class, I'm rigging and skinning a character that has dangling clothing. Then we're going to bring that character into Unreal Engine and make cloth physics for the dangling clothes. I am currently skin weight painting my character, who is a hunter with a quiver on her back, attached to a very long hooded cloak. We had an open discussion about the state of the industry in our game business management class. We spoke openly as a group, sharing our thoughts, opinions, stories on the topic. The class feels like a safe space for communication. In our narrative design class, we had a lecture about the types of storylets there are and the processes of how to identify them and how to create these types of sub-stories within stories. For this class, we have an assignment as well to create flowcharts about 3 different versions of storylets, using either stories from existing IPs or creating one of your own story. There was a Winnipeg Chinatown night market event on the weekend. I was able to go during the afternoon, and it was a good time. I'll let these clips speak for themselves.
You're the nicest sheep I've ever met. Hands down.
He's very friendly. And it's funny because he has this trick. He knows when a camera's in front of his face, he like automatically looks away. He knows.
Ah!
He knows.
That's how it feels when you get hit by the palm strike. You're gonna feel like a dish of chicken chop suey when I'm done with you.
Palm strike got nerfed.
I feel like I'm feeling more comfortable in front of the camera. Day to day, I'm feeling more like I'm coming out of my shell again because it's been a while since I've been in front of a crowd, in front of a camera. I think I'm slowly opening up again and feeling more comfortable that there is someone else in the house that is listening to me talk to myself and make errors and then speak the same thing sometimes and make weird sounds, and just knowing that it's okay. Like, it's okay to do that, and they won't judge you, I hope.